Welcome back, folks. I am Unstoppable Tracy, host of the Today Show in Halton region. And joining me today, if you're just joining now, is Julia Romaldi, who is co-host of the Today Show in Toronto on Roku, but also an actress, also a cook, and also a movie star, also a voiceover actress, also so many pieces. And now I'm going to ask her a little bit about her athletic journey with Special Olympics. But before we do, a short announcement about how the Today Show is expanding into USA. We're expanding into Cleveland, and Julia shared with us before the break, watch the Toronto Star, listen to SiriusXM and the accessible media course. All of these are on www.thedisabilitychannel.ca. And there are constant updates that you want to be watching for while you're all staying tuned on Thursday for the playoffs. But I'm so excited to be joining you after the break with Julia Romaldi to dive deeper and digging, whoopsie, to the Special Olympics, which I think is kind of where your journey started. Hey, Julia?
That's right, Tracy.
So, I mean, so many extraordinary life journey paths you've been on. But can you tell us a little bit about your involvement with the Special Olympics?
Yeah, so I'm a figure skater, soccer player, and track and field. I'm also on the Special Olympics Ontario Athlete Leadership Council, and I'm also a health messenger.
Holy tamale. So let's dial that back and talk some of those. Which is your favorite sport? You said skating, and you also said
soccer and track and field.
Soccer and track and field. A favorite?
Well, I started off in figure skating, so that's my favorite. But I also like being part of a team when it goes to playing soccer.
Yeah, right. So best of both worlds. And I've seen videos of you figure skating, and folks, she is extraordinary. What is your most difficult maneuver that you do on the ice?
Well, the most difficult move that I do is the sow cow jump and the backspin spin.
Holy tamale. So for those of us that are new in the skating world, can you tell us a little bit about those two jumps?
Yes. So in Special Olympics, we have different jumps, spins, and field movements that we have to do.
And what is a sow cow jump? Did I say that right?
Yes, sow cow, yes.
Whew. What is that?
So a sow cow jump is an edge jump.
And what's that mean, edge jump?
Well, there are different jumps for figure skating. There are edge jumps, and then there's the other jumps. I don't know the right name for it.
That's okay. So what distinguishes it as an edge jump? What are you doing to make it an edge jump?
Well, when you're on the ice, there's the toe jump where you go and you jump off your toe.
Okay.
And then the edge jump is you're on the edge. So you jump on the edge.
Of the blade?
Of the blade.
And then you mentioned two jumps. There's a sow cow jump. And then the second one you told me about was?
It was the backspin.
The backspin. So what's the difference between the backspin and the edge cow jump?
Well, the difference is that's a jump and this is a spin, so it's different. You have to do rotations.
Whew. And is that a new skill for you?
I've been practicing this jump and my spin for a while now.
I bet. So, and then there are a lot of people in the pandemic are impacted. What is the Special Olympics are doing? Cooking online. Have you been able to go to an ice rink lately?
Well, when COVID wasn't started, I was able to practice 6 times a week.
6 times. Whew. And so are there exercises? How are you trying to stay top of your game so that when ice skating returns, you can rejoin again?
So I have figure skating books that I look at and I do the moves. Also, I do the Special Olympics exercises every day.
See, so hear that, folks, right? An athlete doesn't just stop. She's created reinvention to how she does her exercises. She is diligent. She has so much tenacity that she still does something every day, even in this time of this pandemic. Unbelievable. You are just so extraordinary with your not just being inspiration, but your application. You make it work. You do it. You don't talk about it, you do it, which is just really what impresses me most about you, Julia, on so many levels. And so you talked about a team, and that's what you loved about soccer. Are there things that you're able to do to maintain the team, or is that one adjusted a bit different during the pandemic?
Well, we haven't been practicing because of COVID.
Mm.
We just stay active in our communities and do different activities inside the house. But with soccer, I actually am part now of the Special Olympics women's soccer team based out of Sudbury.
Sudbury. So when you're doing it, you got to commute from Timmins.
That's right.
So what kind of drive is that? We all feel like, oh, that's north, but for all of us Southern Ontarians and people from around the world watching, what kind of drive is that? How far is Timmins to Sudbury?
It is 6 hours away from Toronto, so Sudbury is in the middle of that.
Wow. And you know, a lot of our listeners are in the Halton region, which is kind of like west of Toronto and Milton and Georgetown and a little bit of Hamilton and all the Halton region. Have you ever had any competitions or reason to be driving through all of us in here in Southern Ontario?
Yes, I travel a lot for my figure skating, and I travel for soccer too.
Soccer too. So maybe been in Halton, Burlington at some of their ice rinks and locations.
Yes, my recent accomplishment is for figure skating, I was at the Rock the Ring tour. I got to do my solo.
So tell us more about the Rock the Ring tour. Holy cow. Wow.
So, a little bit more information about the Rock the Ring tour. I got to do my solo, and I got to be on the ice with the practice and get to talk and be part of the finale with Olympic gold medalists with Patrick Chan, Scott Moore, and Tessa Virtue, and Elvis Stoico, and others from around the world.
Holy tamale. So you're like this movie star, commercial star, voiceover star, and now this Special Olympics star with all of these Rock the Ring tour. Unbelievable, with all these famous skaters. That's extraordinary. So amazing. I'm really impressed. Wow. Elvis Stoico was around in my day, and now you're with all these more current folk, which is extraordinary. So what did you do? And did you get to shake hands? Did you get to take a picture, say hello?
I got to say hello. I got to have a meal with them. And also I got to be part of the group huddle and the finale where we hold hands and we do the bow.
Woo! And tell us a little bit about your costume. I imagine it was a bit of a special one compared to what you work out in normally and train in.
Yeah, so I did my song to Fly from Avril Lavigne, and my costume was a white and gold dress with wings with Swarovski diamonds.
Swarovski diamonds. No way. And I love the idea. I can't believe that you sang Avril Lavigne's song. It's so perfect with the wings. because you're singing about to fly. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So I kind of want you to do a little line. Is that, do you need to warm up? Is that something I can ask you to do spontaneously? Can you sing a verse or a line or
I'm
without
not very I'm not very good at singing, so I'm going to wait.
Okay. Well, and look how humble she is. She was good enough to even do it at the ring, but she needs to be a professional. And this gets reached out to many. So extraordinary. And so, who is probably the most famous person you've ever met in all your tours? Either Special Olympics or acting, or you're speaking in interviews. I know you've done lots of media like TV and newspapers and all these things too.
Well, the big celebrity that I met was definitely Tessa and Scott.
Yeah.
And also Patrick Chan.
And Patrick Chan, right?
Yes. And when Stars and Thunder came to Timmins, I got to meet Bryan Adams.
You met Bryan Adams? Like,
yes, and Carly Rae Jepsen.
Wow! Oh, wow. So you got to meet these guys. Did you know their music beforehand?
Yes, I knew their music beforehand because I was fans of both of them.
Oh, that's great. So who would you say is your favorite singer of today? Who you been listening to during the pandemic?
Well, lots of Avril Lavigne, for sure.
Yeah.
I've been a huge fan for a very long time.
Beautiful. And I mean, and if you watch Julia's past story and her journeys, you see her looking more and more professional to the professional that you see today with her beautiful dress and necklace. Is there a story with your necklace, or is this just good professional TV jewelry?
Yes, it's for TV.
Your TV jewelry. Nice. Well, amazing. And have you always lived in Timmins, Julia?
All my life.
All your life. And is it okay to ask if you have any brothers or sisters?
I do. I have a brother. I have an older brother.
Older brother. Does he look like you?
A little bit.
Little bit. Brown hair. Yeah.
Yes.
And is he also into drama and an athlete?
Well, my brother was an athlete for sure, but he wasn't really into drama.
Not so much. And what was his sport of choice?
Well, he did lots of different sports like soccer, hockey, and track and field, and football.
Nice. A real athletic family. So I hate to end this video short because I have 1,000 more questions. But if people want to learn more about Julia, how do they find you? Because we need to. Go ahead.
Well, you can definitely find me on the Canadian Down Syndrome Society. I'm on the VADA committee. And also the Special Olympics, Ontario and Canada.
And Canada. And then how do people watch for you and your show that you're currently hosting with Nick?
So it's the Disability Channel.
.ca. Extraordinary. So be sure to tune in. And Roku, it's a free app as well. They can find TDC, a channel on Roku, and they can catch past episodes and upcoming episodes with Julia and Nick, and watch out for Julia's potential own show in the near future. Julia, thank you so much for joining us today. Follow her, check her out. You can find out more about her on the disabilitychannel.ca, as well as visiting. One more time, where do they visit to find you?
Special Olympics Ontario and the Canadian Down Syndrome Society.
Beautiful.
And the Disability Channel.
And Disability Channel now. You're like all over the place. So thank you for joining me, Julia. And I am looking forward to watching your upcoming shows and watching out for commercials in the Star and Sirius FM and the upcoming accessible media courses in Toronto too.
Thanks, Tracy, for having me.
Take care for now, Julia. Listeners, please stay tuned. After this commercial break, I have coming Kurt and Casey from Milwaukee, also hosting the Today Show, but in Milwaukee with the Disability Channel. So be sure to stay tuned for my upcoming guests after this short commercial break. Thanks for joining, Julia. Thanks for staying tuned, listeners. Bye just until this commercial break. Bye-bye, Julia.
Bye, Tracy.